Warning, super secret stuff.
Before college, I never made it a whole year with all A's. Sure, I will get all A's on my report cards here and there, but I never seemed to keep the streak going for the whole year. I blame this on bad studying habits.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Doing my homework and the lack of competitive spirit.
Mr. Luis, what are you doing?
I'm reading a book. When I started college, I realized that in order to get to where I wanted to go, I was going to have to study hard and be competitive with my grades. If you're in college and you're not the slightest bit competitive, then you will probably not get the job you really want. No matter the field you're trying to get into, it is you versus everyone else wanting that same job. With this, I do not mean do not help anyone and everyone is your enemy. On the contrary, help everyone. Help people that want to be helped. But it is your competitive spirit that will keep you motivated, if nothing else will. Besides, why would I be making this video if I didn't want to help you? So, how did I get so good at school? How did I go from being a B student in high school to an all-A student in college? Well, I started with just studying as much as I could for as long as I could. This, of course, gave me grades all over the spectrum. What? Studying hard got you an F? Yes, I was just starting off and I didn't know how to handle chemistry, biology, chem lab, bio lab, calculus, English, psychology, all at once. Trust me, there were many failures, but I was able to pick a thing or two after each one. And here's how you can be successful in not only organic chemistry, but in probably every other science class you'll ever take, and even all your other classes too. So here we go. The first, get organized. It may sound obvious, but get a planner. Back in high school, I would just try to remember everything in my head. In college, this feat is nearly impossible. Now, do not go out and buy a huge planner. Keep it small. Almost every successful student that I know has a small planner that is easy to carry and pull out whenever it is needed. Now that you have your planner, read the syllabus. This contains literally every bit of information that you will need in order to navigate through the class. In your planner, write down the important stuff: homework, with due dates, test days, events, lab reports, etc. This will not only keep you aware of how much time is left before each due date, but it will also help you keep organized. The second, read before class. Have you ever sat in a class and had no clue what on earth the professor was talking about? Well, it is probably because you have not read the book. Reading the textbook will help you prepare for the lecture, and it gives you an idea as to what to expect. It is almost like seeing into the future. I tell all of my classmates and the students that I tutor that reading the textbook is literally the key to succeeding in every class. One of my biology teachers once told me that the class is only an outline to what you should be reading. Yes, it is not as easy as it sounds. This step is probably the toughest out of all the steps, but do not be discouraged. Those 30 pages are not there to make your life miserable. They're only part of the road to succeeding in that class. For this class, Learn Smart is super important. This is where you get to read the book before class. It is for a grade, but I believe it is one of the most underrated portions of your assignments in this class. In my opinion, if done correctly, Learn Smart is probably the key to succeeding in this course. You should be able to read and understand the book just enough so that when you answer the questions on Learn Smart, there is no need to go back in the book and look for the answers. This will show if you actually understood what was being said. The third, listen. Doing two things at once is not always easy. How many times have you found yourself writing notes and the next thing you know, you've lost track of what your teacher is saying? If you have not read, then trying to keep up with your teacher and writing notes at the same time, it's a very, very difficult task. What I suggest is to try to fill out the study guide as you read. That way, whenever you get to class, you can focus on paying attention to your teacher instead of focusing on writing so many notes. This will help you double check to see if what you learn on your own is what is being taught. Lastly, practice and review. Use whatever homework is given to you, any practice such as EOC, Connect, and use that to your advantage. Practice, practice, practice. This will help you know what areas you're good at and what areas you might still be struggling with. The areas you're struggling with or things that you find that are done differently than you thought, write them down and review them. Practice makes perfect. In order to be able to fit all these steps into your schedule, give yourself enough time to read and practice. You should practice enough to the point in which you should feel like your major should actually be chemistry, if it is not already. Remember, there is no such thing as overstudying. You are only increasing your knowledge. You want to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Some extra words of wisdom. This will not be easy. It will be very tough. It will be probably the toughest thing you've ever done. There will be many tests you won't do good on. Even after studying for so long, you might have studied 10, 12 hours or even more and still get a C or a B. But the thing is, do not be discouraged. Do not get discouraged, but seize the opportunity to keep on working and learn from your mistakes. Have the mindset and that the only way to go after reaching rock bottom is up. Keep on trying until you see what works best for you. Do not just study hard and long. Learn to study, but learn to study smart. As Thomas Edison once put it,
I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
So I say to you, my friends, work hard, study hard, and don't give up. It sounds cliche, but just keep up the good work, and I'm sure that your hard work will one day pay off. Thank you very much.